What's up, everyone? Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Okay, today we're talking about how to use direct messages in order to drive conversations that leave the screen. This is a very important topic to me because it's one of the things that I think most people just don't think about slash don't do, which is a great opportunity for people like you and me because we can harvest or harness that technique to really drive more leads and frankly more business to what we do. And again, before I get started, if you have any questions or how this might pertain to your specific industry, please let me know in the comments because honestly, that's why I do these things. And I'm excited to jump into it. So, direct messages, each social media platform, regardless of it's Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, Quora, they all have a feature to direct message a specific person on these platforms, right? So that means anyone can direct message me. I can basically direct message anyone that we're following. And that's fun. But here's the thing that most people do. They see direct messages as the final end, right? So we connect on LinkedIn, and the first thing we do is on direct messages, we send a sales pitch, and then that's we wipe our hands and call it a day. That's not how it is. Actually, much like going to a networking event, you wouldn't just show up at a networking event and pitch every single person that you see. You should treat social media as a very same thing, the exact same premise. You can't just show up and start pitching. You have to actually get to know the other person. You have to figure out, is your solution suitable for them? Do they have the budget? All these fun things are these important questions that move a person through the sales cycle, but it starts with a direct message. So how do you do it? Well, there's numerous different ways. If you're a content creator, if you're posting on LinkedIn, if you're using content marketing, this might be a fantastic opportunity to actually grow deeper. So we'll do two scenarios. One, in again, this pertains to any social media platform. Like I said, so we'll do if you don't use social media and you don't have content out, and if you do. Just a tip, if you do have content out, this becomes a lot easier. So if you don't have content out, then there's two strategies that you can do. You can find people, customers, clients, businesses that you want to work with that are posting, and then those who aren't. I'll be honest, we'll start with the hardest one. People who are not posting, and when you are not posting, these are the hardest ones to do, which is the vast majority of people here on LinkedIn, especially Instagram, Facebook, not so much. It's a little easier there, but especially here on LinkedIn, this is a tad bit on the hard side. So this is hard because they have no context on you. You have no context on them, and it seems that every time that they probably get a direct message, is probably a sales pitch, is probably something that they see direct messages, or you see direct messages as these negative spaces. So these are very hard, but how I would just approach it is be very straightforward with the person that you're trying to reach out to. Do not try and lie. Do not try to finesse anything, but ultimately just be very straightforward and say, hey, my name is X. I do this. I thought that this would be a great conversation to have, or this is a topic I want to discuss with you, or I think you might find this article or a piece of content I find very valuable. Those are your strategies to start the conversation. And if you get a bite, that's perfect. Keep running with that. Keep asking more questions, get to know them a little bit more. And then eventually, this, like I said, this is the hardest one to do. Get to the point where you feel comfortable asking them to jump on a quick 15-20 minute phone call with them, get to know them a little bit more, and see if there's any business that you can give that person, or that you can instill to them, right? So that's the hardest one. Now, trust me, it gets a lot easier at this point. So what if they or you are posting content that, or actually, what if they are posting content? In this case, you're not posting content. If they're posting content, then you have a great excuse to reach out to them. Maybe they posted something that you found fantastic, or an industry insight, or there was something about what they said in a specific video or article that spoke to you. That's a great stage point and kickoff point to start having a conversation with them. So at that point, you can direct message them and say, hey, I saw your article, I saw your post, and I found X interesting. I had a question about why. If you give someone a compliment and then ask them a question, they might be more likely to actually respond to you. And honestly, that's great for you and I, because then you can ask follow-up questions, and you can ask another follow-up question. You can keep asking more and more questions. And again, the most interesting, I heard a quote the other day that said, be the most interested person in the room and not the most interesting person in the world, because everyone thinks they're the most interesting. But if you are the most interested, that leaves a lasting mark on that person. So be more interested than you are interesting. Another way that you can go about this whole specific scenario is, what if you're posting content? Well, if you're posting content, the nice thing is you probably already see a handful, if not dozens of people that are continuously, that is the word, continuously reaching out to you to ask questions or love your content. And that's a great staging point. So there's a bunch of business owners and entrepreneurs who reach out to me, and in my mind, I think that this is a worthwhile person to talk to either build a relationship with, something professional, something personal. Often I think there's businesses that I can help, and I'll actually engage with them, ask follow-up questions, write articles, and actually create content just for them. That, again, if it's interesting to them and they're part of my community, my raving fan group, then there's probably someone or something that there's someone that might also be interested in that very topic. So I ask them questions. If they have something specific, I'll answer it. I'll post it online. I'll really want to engage with what they are doing and saying. So the real nice part about this is that that's a great excuse, because they've already given you an in, which is they comment, they like, they share, they engage with your content. Right, that's great. If they've already gone out and had the publicly said, I like this stuff, I have questions about it, but I like it. That is a great way to direct message them. A lot of the relationships I have is with people I've interacted with, or people that have interacted with my content, and then we started a conversation, and then we've referred business to one another. We've actually done business together. They become clients of mine, or I've bought some of their products. The truth is, right now, that if you engage in direct message marketing, and you do this on a personal basis, yes, you can have a ton of actually, I'm a fan of templates. I'm not even going to go there. I'm a fan of templates for the start, the initial conversation, but after a while, each conversation goes in millions and millions of different rows, right? So you want to be acknowledged. That, by the way, PC, what is up? I love having people in the comment section, because sometimes you see the numbers and you're like, oh, there's 10, 5, 2 people on this live with you. But, it's a one-way conversation, which I don't like. I like having conversations. It's my favorite thing in the world. So the truth is, goodness, I digress there I have to digress there for a quick second, because we're about to go down this rabbit hole. But the truth is, because this is a little bit harder, most people don't do it. So for you and I, this is a great opportunity, actually a fantastic opportunity, to get ahead of the curve, actually engage with people we want to reach, start building those processes so you can scale these conversations. But at the same time, take the 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes to actually have a meaningful conversation with someone. I have a call, I had a call yesterday in the morning with someone that I don't know if I can do business with, because I think what I offer is a little bit too advanced for what they need. But I had a conversation because they love my content and asked to jump on the phone. Again, you don't have to carve special time out for this. In your daily commute, in the 20 minutes that you're walking around the neighborhood, whatever that is, find those wasted minutes and have conversations with people. I know it's easier to listen to your audiobooks and podcasts, and it's important. Like, I love all that stuff. But if I can have a 5, 10, 20-minute conversation with someone, you just do not know where that's going to lead. I've had referrals from people who've never done business with me, and we've never talked business, but they referred people to me. I've had clients who've never interacted with my content reach out and say they like what I'm doing and want to work with me. This is just the real world. And it all starts when actually putting something online, and then having the patience and the desire to actually get to know a person behind each and every screen. So that's really all I got for you guys today. I'm keeping these very, very short. I'm actually going to be having a live with my friend Katrina tomorrow. She's a fantastic marketer. She's actually based in the EU in Europe. She's originally from Denmark, so a fantastic guest. I'm excited because she's the LinkedIn queen. She's awesome, and she actually does exactly the direct messaging stuff that we talk about. That's a connection I've only been able to make on LinkedIn, and we've actually taken that and had conversations and lives and video calls, and I actually feel like I'm actually getting a great relationship with her. So yeah, that's really all we're gonna do tomorrow. It's gonna be 7:30 a.m. MST, which is 9:30 EST, 8:30 CST, and then PST. It's going to be 6:30 a.m. So a little early in the morning, but it's all good. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So please show up. Have any questions with that? It's gonna be a good live. So I appreciate you all. Have a fantastic rest of your day. We're actually gonna cut it here. Because actually, okay. I always say I'm going to cut it here, and if I see a question, I'm like, nope, pause. Nico, this is a great topic. Someone asked for feedback on a message they're sending on DM on the first range connection. I'll make sure to pass on your tips. Yeah, no, please, and especially first connections. I love those type of calls. Or those type of direct messages, because you passed the are you okay test, which is basically at the end of the day connecting, even if if you've never met the person, connecting and mutually connecting with one another, following and connecting back, that indicates that there's some interest with actually continuing a conversation, at least in my mind. Like I said, I send a direct message to each and every person I connect with, because I actually do want to go out of my way to engage with people, because if you're connecting with me in my point of view, why not take that a little further and actually have a conversation with that person? So we're gonna cut it here. I like these short lives. Tomorrow's gonna be 30 minutes, so it's gonna be awesome. Come with questions about marketing, branding, social, all that fun stuff. I want to make sure I get to all those questions, especially for Katrina. She's an amazing person. So we're gonna end it here. Have a fantastic rest of your day. We will talk tomorrow. But enjoy your Wednesday and make it the best day ever. Bye, guys.